Tragedy though, I don't think a car's going to get towed from down there.
Does it count as a parallel park if you end up parallel to the sewer?
Not so sure. By following their faith every day, thousands of New Zealanders risk being arrested. The ornamental dagger they carry has never been a problem in New Zealand. No one's been hurt by one. But one party says these worshippers need to be stopped because it just ain't Kiwi. Religious freedom. It's a cornerstone of democracy and a universal human right.
I won't be coming in tomorrow. Religious holiday. The Feast of Maximum Occupancy.
Sometimes religious expression comes up hard against the law of the land. Just ask a Sikh. The 5 Sikh articles of faith are supposed to be worn at all times. But this one, the kirpan, has landed Kiwi followers in trouble. In July, police boarded an Auckland bus after a passenger reported a Sikh man carrying a sword. And this month, the man was removed from an Air New Zealand flight after another passenger spied his kirpan.
Never any such incident where you can say that his kirpan has used as a weapon.
National MP Kanwaljit Singh Bakshi wants to clear up the fear and confusion. He's got a private members' bill to allow baptised Sikhs to carry kirpans in public, and it would. The bill hasn't been drawn from the ballot, but the daggers that aren't kirpans are already out.
When you come to New Zealand, salute our flag, have some respect for our values and our law until those laws are changed. What he wants us to do is we all change for him.
Look, he's a tired old racist who probably thinks Indians belong in the corner dairy, but the reality is these are short, blunt, ceremonial artefacts. They can carry them without causing any harm. I said, what's the problem?
The private members' bill wouldn't change regulations around air travel. No kirpans allowed as carry-on. Prime Minister Bill English has promised to make it happen if National is re-elected. So what's got people worried? Hold up, that is not what we're talking about. That's gatka, an ancient martial art being rediscovered as dairy owners try to defend themselves. But when the blade is more of a symbol than a sword, where do we draw the line? Well, ACT candidate Bhupinder Singh is a Sikh and is here tonight to explain some more of this. Welcome to the show. First point of order. All the way through that story, I said kirpan. Is it actually kirpan?
It's kirpan.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to set that record straight now.
Yeah.
Have you've brought some along?
Yes, I have. Yeah. I got 3 of them if you want to have a look.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so they're all quite different in size.
Yeah. So the size sort of vary from sort of 3 inches to sort of max 9 inches, and you sort of wear them with the little strip underneath your shirt. So it's always hidden. It's underneath your shirt. So I don't think it really harms anyone.
It's explain, 'cause it's a religious tradition, a matter of faith, but it also has some sort of practical origins, I think.
Yes. So basically, it's part of 5 symbols that we carry. It's article of faith. I think a lot of media coverage has been gone into it's basically saying it's a knife. It's basically article of faith so that we carry, and it's 5 of them, and they all have meaning to it. It's basically wearing kirpan is basically defend for good and basically against injustice. So it's basically. It's not for your protection, it's more protection for others, especially, say 100 years back, how things were then. And even now, where we came from in India, if you see a Sikh guy with a turban, most of the time people will go and say if they need help, they mostly will look at a turban guy and say, look, I'm in help, man. Can you help me out?
Right.
Yeah.
Still, looking at that kirpan there, that's say 10 centimetres long. Can you understand? Am I allowed to take the sheath off?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can you understand how somebody might find that a little bit intimidating?
Yes. I definitely understand. I think it's basically also from our point of view, our community's been here for a while, say for 80 or 100 years, but most of our communities came here in the last 10 years, and I think from our point of view, I don't think we have done enough to actually educate and create an awareness about our religion. That was the whole point of me standing for ACT, and before that, me playing cricket was, I want to be that person where you go in and then people can actually take notice. Okay, why does he carry these 5 things, and who are these guys? And if you actually read about our history, and look at into even type Sikhs and 5Ks on Google, you actually will learn a lot about our religion.
What's it like? You wear these 5 articles of faith. You got the kirpan, the comb, this undergarment,
and
the hair, and this iron bracelet. What's it like being told you're not legally allowed to have one as part of your faith.
It's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. But like, I think if you compare with other countries, with Brisbane, in state Brisbane, and also Canada, UK, because our community's been there for a while, people are aware of it. It's really easy for them, and I think it will get easier here as well. And the more people understand us, the more they get aware of why we carry it, and also a lot of the people that you work with, they get to know you more, and I think it will be pretty easy. I think it's a little bit, from our point of view, it's a little bit upsetting when it's freedom of religion. We don't really hurt anyone.
Is it legal for you to carry this now?
It's legal. I think the problem is why we're bringing it in is when we carry these, say if we're going to a library or to a public place, and a scenario is when someone comes through and they say, look, you're not allowed to carry this. And we're actually saying, look, we don't really harm anyone. So it's just a matter of getting it through, passing the bill through, so that we're allowed to wear it.
Thank you for helping to educate us. By the way, when you joined, actor David Seymour say you had to wear a yellow turban, or is
Yes,
that... Yeah. That sounds like totally. Please thank you for Peters saying.
To other politics now, if you're anything like me, you don't understand what's going on generally, but because there's too much blah blah and yakety yak in politics, am I right? We need to boil it down, get down to the nuts and bolts, the nitty gritty, the nitty